Well, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to have you on the call today, on the Zoom call today. And I just wanted to start off by giving you a brief introduction to the You First Foundation. We're a 501c3 charity that was started from the loss of an employee at First Service Credit Union. And her name was Wendy Kwan, and she was married to Kenneth Lee, who I'm going to introduce to you in just a minute. And they had one daughter, and Wendy was pregnant with her second daughter, and she had a brain hemorrhage, and her baby lived and she died. And from that tragedy, I banded together with some of my friends and colleagues and was determined to do something to help these children and to make the lives of those who have been affected by traumatic medical events better. And I can't even remember how many years it's been, but it's been 6 or 7 years since we started the charity. And we've, over the last several years, we've raised nearly $750,000 and have given away over $116,000 in scholarships to individuals who have been affected by traumatic medical events. And we are so glad that we are engaged in this good work to help all of you who are the recipients of these scholarships. And I'm also thrilled to have with us Kenneth Lee, who is the vice chair of the board of this charity, who will introduce each of you and give a brief bio for each of you that are receiving these scholarships. So Kenneth, I turn it over to you, sir.
Okay, well, thank you, Dave. I've been very honored to have been asked to be part of You First Foundation. And as you can see, my daughters are right behind me, as one of them just popped in, and there's one and there's the other. Y'all can say hi. And they're about to start school tomorrow, so for those of y'all, congratulations to all y'all receiving scholarships, and we definitely wish you well in education. I'm actually a teacher myself, so I'm getting everything ready for school to start tomorrow here in Fort Bend ISD. So but yeah, just a little bit about myself and the girls. The girls are 9 and 7 now, so it's been a few years, and they've grown up quite a bit, as y'all can see through some of the photos and stuff. And we're just glad that we're able to help, and the girls are honored to be part of this organization as well. And so one of them, stop. They're just playing right here. So anyways, let me go ahead and get into the bios and keep this rolling and move this along. So our first recipient is Aaliyah Walker, and a little bit about Aaliyah. So when Aaliyah received the news that her father was in a motorcycle accident, her mind immediately went to worst case scenarios, including the possibility of losing him. Fortunately, her father survived, but he ultimately underwent a below the knee leg amputation that could have significantly altered his life if he let it. Due to his perseverance and determination, he was able to walk again only 6 months after his accident. This left Aaliyah with a new purpose and direction in life, to become a physical therapist. Aaliyah is pursuing a Bachelor's of Arts degree in kinesiology with a minor in marketing from the University of North Texas, and she is expected to graduate in 2024. Through her work, she hopes to help others with disabilities realize their capabilities just like her father did. She serves as a campus life ambassador and is the public relations officer for the university's Progressive Black Student Organization, where she was awarded Freshman and Rookie of the Year. She also has immediate plans to launch a mentoring program for children with disabilities or who have family members with disabilities. One professor says she has a heart to learn, and another deemed her a hardworking, well-mannered, committed, lifelong learner. So Aaliyah, congratulations. Our next recipient, okay. So my girls are trying to sneak in here.
Daddy,
our next recipient.
Frozen.
Oh, am I frozen?
Okay. Your face is frozen.
My face is frozen, but I think everything else is working, right? All right, so as long as everything else is working, as long as Mike is working, I had to teach virtual all last year, so I'm just going to keep rolling along with it.
You did?
Mm-hmm. So
right.
our next recipient is Alexandra Bottinelli. All right. After losing many of her belongings during Hurricane Harvey in 2017, Alexandra was shocked when her mother was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Her mother immediately had to undergo surgery to remove the tumor. And during this time, Alexandra stepped up to take on many of her mother's duties and around the house, including care of her little sister, cooking, cleaning, and running errands, all while attending school. This experience brought her family together and shaped who she is today. Those who know her say she has a wonderful personality and she has been there for her family, friends, and community in times of need. She was involved in her high school's bowling and sewing clubs, as well as her participation in the National Honor Society. Alexandra is an active volunteer at Habitat for Horses and has recently joined the Canoe Club Houston as its youngest member. She enjoys traveling, being outdoors, and kayaking in her free time. Alexandra plans to earn her Bachelor's of Science in Fitness and Human Performance from the University of Clear Lake, Houston in 2023. So congratulations, Alexandra. Our third recipient is Austin Mercier. All right, I apologize if I mispronounced your name. As a lifelong athlete accustomed to playing basketball, baseball, and soccer, it came as a shock to Austin when during church in November 2019, he became disoriented and suffered from blurred vision. After numerous doctor's appointments, he was eventually diagnosed with severe postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. While this still affects Austin's daily life, it has also helped him grow and mature. His faith has deepened and he is known as someone who helps others, even running a Facebook page for his schoolmates who share his condition. Now a college student studying religion at Baylor University, as well as a licensed EMTB, he said his medical challenges have taught him patience and understanding. And despite the physical and mental challenges brought on by his diagnosis, Austin has been able to participate in undergraduate research, to work as a university employee distributing coronavirus vaccines, and to work at an accounting firm during his summer break. His love for research began after his discovery of a bacteriophage STK during his first semester at Baylor University with his lab partner. Austin plans to finish his undergraduate degree ahead of schedule in the spring of 2023. All right. Our next recipient is Brendan Foster. When Brendan was in the 4th grade, he suffered a traumatic brain injury while playing a game of flag football. The injury meant 6 months with limited sunlight and no electronics while he recovered, as well as countless therapy sessions with specialists. His experience has spurred him to advocate for others who have suffered the same fate and even those who haven't, with him taking the time to talk to high school sports coaches and athletes about the risks they face and how to take care to avoid getting hurt. Brendan has plans to continue to be of service to his community and hopes to inspire others with injuries so they can accomplish their goals and realize their dreams. His teachers call him an inspiration and describe him as a person who is determined to succeed and refuses to hide behind his injury. Another remembers his sense of humor, infectious laugh, while he completes his associate's degree of applied science in child and human development in 2023. Brendan has plans to transfer to Stephen F. Austin for his bachelor's degree. All right, hopefully that'll reset the camera. All right, our next recipient is Catherine Early. Catherine Early likely didn't expect to spend part of her time as a newlywed in the hospital or coping with illness, but that's exactly what happened when, not a year into her marriage, she suffered a traumatic brain injury. What followed was cognitive deterioration, a seizure, and a trip to the emergency room where a brain hemorrhage was discovered. More tests led to a diagnosis of orthostatic hypotension and dysphagia. Nevertheless, she persevered, regaining her health and using her newfound understanding of what patients go through to fuel her education, a master's degree in social work, and her current job as an assistant professor of social work. She said her personal experiences helped her to train her students in offering crucial support to their clients. Her coworkers agree, saying her injury gives her the unique ability to relate to those who suffer from emotional dysregulation. Catherine is enrolled at Texas Tech University, where she is pursuing a doctorate degree in counselor education with plans to graduate in 2024. Not only will Catherine be attending Texas Tech, but her oldest of 2 will be starting alongside her this fall. Wow, that is awesome. Our next recipient is Dearica Lewis. While preparing to go on a trip to Los Angeles with her friend, Dearica's plans were suddenly interrupted with the news from her doctor that she had a rare form of skin cancer. Now, Dearica is facing 25 rounds of radiation and 2 additional surgeries. While she works with her doctors of care, Dearica remains focused on her studies. As a student of the University of Houston, she is working to earn a degree in technology leadership and innovation management, an important step in her goal to become a big name, to work at a big name tech company and empower Black women that such a career is possible. She is currently the Director of Women's Empowerment at the University of Houston, and she also devotes her time to Collegiate 100, where she mentors high school students and plans social gatherings and events for college students. Dearica also organized a Hope for the Homeless fundraiser, collecting more than $500 and allowing her to donate 200 care packages to the needy in her community. Dearica's former mentor called her organized, thoughtful, and intelligent, and her former boss calling her compassionate, humble, honest, and humble. Our next recipient is Dylan Campbell. When Dylan suddenly lost his father earlier this year, he quickly became the sole breadwinner in his family, supporting both his mother and his young sister. Before he passed, his father had talked to Dylan about his dream of becoming a firefighter, and now he's working to make that dream come true. Following his father's heart attack, his desire to help others as a first responder is even stronger than before, and he believes his personal tragedy will make him a better and more compassionate firefighter. Although he is studying to earn an associate's degree in fire science from Weatherford College in 2022, Dylan is already actively learning his future trade as a volunteer for the Central Community Volunteer Fire Department. In Dylan's free time, he loves to hunt and do anything outdoors. He is an active helper in his community, assisting people wherever he sees a need, hoping only to inspire others to do the same. Dylan said he gets this from his father and wants to honor his legacy by continuing it. A family friend who is retired from the United States Air Force calls Dylan a young man of unparalleled character, drive, and determination. Our next recipient is Hannah Hitchcock. When Hannah was a young child, she lost both her father to a heart attack and then her mother to drug addiction, so she was raised by her aunt and uncle. Then, at age 8, her uncle was diagnosed with lung cancer, a disease that would ultimately take his life. Even through this, her aunt showed her how to keep her spirits high, focused on the positive, and not dwell in the past. Although she's been through a lot for a young person, Hannah's experiences have taught her to be appreciative of all she has and the blessings she's been given. She's paid it forward by volunteering at summer camps and serving as an ambassador for the College Board Opportunity Ambassador Program. She's also succeeded academically, earning science fair awards and using her strong math and science skills to tutor younger students. She's worked as an intern for the Houston Museum of Natural Science and as an English tutor for Spanish-speaking adults. Her teachers call her insightful, creative, and adaptable, with strong critical thinking skills. Another called her an eloquent speaker with impressive leadership qualities. In Hannah's free time, she loves to dance everywhere she goes. Hannah is working toward a degree in business management at Blinn College, with plans to graduate in 2023. Good job, Hannah. Jordan Reed. In 2019, Jordan's father underwent back surgery that led to bacterial meningitis, which caused a brain aneurysm. This brain aneurysm affected his father's personality and memory, and luckily, her mother noticed these changes in him quickly. So he was able to receive treatment before it was too late. As a result of this, her father lost his job, and Jordan lost her job due to the COVID pandemic, leaving only her mother's income to provide for the family. The experience taught her resilience and gave her the confidence to handle whatever challenges life throws her way. It even inspired her to co-write a book titled Lessons from 2020, Learning in Quarantine. Jordan says she hopes the book helps others suffering from traumatic events to know they are not alone. Looking forward, Jordan hopes to become a math teacher. Oh, right. I'm a former math teacher myself. And actually, I still teach math too. All right, side note, back to the bio. She said math skills impact every area of life and wants to impart that importance to the students she tutors. She also serves the community by helping with clothing drives, including prom dresses for young women who don't have the means to purchase gowns themselves, and working as a resident advisor at her university. Her professors call her kind and generous and one of the hardest working students they've ever taught. Jordan is working towards a bachelor's degree in science and psychology and mathematics at the University of Houston. the Honors College with plans to graduate in May of 2022. Go Cougs. All right, our next recipient, Kelly Ann Lejeune. When she was born, Kelly Ann Lejeune only weighed 2 pounds, 3 ounces, and could fit into her father's hand. She came into the world 3 months early and was forced to spend 2 months in the hospital. After her premature birth, doctors predicted Kelly Ann would be completely immobile and wheelchair bound for life, though she has since been diagnosed with cerebral palsy and must use a wheelchair. Kelly managed to graduate in the top 2% of her high school class and was able to walk across the stage at her high school graduation. Her experience has taught her to never give up, a lesson she's happy to share with others who ask her about her disability. She hopes her story inspires others to strive for their goals, no matter the obstacles and challenges they face. In fact, Kelly is leading a full life, has participated in her school and church choir, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Her teachers describe her as a take charge person, and another said she is in awe of Kelly Ann's commitment to learning and excellence. She is planning to attend the University of Houston, where she will pursue a Bachelor's of Science in Communication Sciences and Disorders. She hopes to graduate in 2025 and go to work as a pediatric speech therapist. Our next recipient is Landon Hosford. For most of his life, Landon's mother suffered from a severe case of type 1 diabetes that was very difficult to control. In late 2020, during Landon's senior year of high school, her battle took a turn for the worse, and she fell into a coma and eventually passed away. Although his mother wasn't physically there for his graduation this year, Landon could feel her there, and he works to make his mother proud in everything he does. Now, Landon hopes to be an example to his peers, urging them to see they can choose joy and happiness despite the circumstances they find themselves in. He demonstrated how to do that by remaining active throughout high school, despite his mother's frequent trips to the hospital. As a student, Landon was a part of the Future Farmers of America Club, raising and showing cattle, steer, and goats for competitions. Landon achieved the statewide award of Texas Lone Star Farmer, as well as the Beef Proficiency Award in Magnolia FFA. His teachers called him honest and dependable and lauded his relationships with his peers. He credits his grandfather for instilling in him a passion for welding and contributing positively to his future. Landon carried that spirit to Tulsa Welding School, where he will graduate in 2022. Lyndon Williamson. Lyndon's life changed forever in 2015 when she woke up unable to move or feel anything from the waist down. Visits with doctors, including 40 appointments in a year, only left her more confused, as doctors not only didn't know what was wrong with her, but some even accused her of faking her injury. Lyndon's condition worsened, leading to digestive issues, pain, a feeding tube, and a host of other problems. Finally, when she traveled to Georgia for physical therapy, doctors there were able to diagnose her with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which stemmed from an incomplete spinal cord injury brought on by a genetic condition. This experience made Lyndon realize her own resilience and determination, and it spurred her to become an advocate for her own care as well as for others. Now, as a college student at Texas Lutheran University, Lyndon is a senator in the student body government, participated in a summer research program at the Environmental Physiology Lab, and has worked as an intern at a rehabilitation facility where she has also served as a peer mentor to teens going through the rehab program. In her free time, she enjoys adaptive horseback riding as well as spending time with her family. Lyndon plans to graduate in 2024 with a Bachelor's of Science in Integrated Science and Bachelor's of Science in Biology, with an ultimate goal of becoming a pediatric physical medicine doctor. Knowing how hard it was for her to find a physician that understood her, Lyndon wants to become a skilled and compassionate physician that is a force for good in her patients' lives. Myra de la Cruz was born 6 months premature, and she spent her first 3 months of her life in the hospital, where many believed she would not survive. At the age of 2, she was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, but she persevered and learned to walk using a walker. Unfortunately, a hip injury caused by her CP, cerebral palsy, caused her to become wheelchair-bound when she was 9. The incident and the loss of her previous mobility left her in a tremendous emotional pain, And it wasn't until she participated in therapy and attended a camp for her kids her age with similar disabilities that she began to heal from those emotional wounds. Now, Myra helps others do the same, serving as a volunteer at Camp for All to You for pediatric patients at Texas Children's Hospital and at Camp Be an Angel, where she works as a Spanish translator and served as an ambassador. These life experiences have allowed Myra to engage in personal growth, to socialize more with her peers, and to discover her purpose in life. Those who know her say she is exceptionally gifted at making others feel comfortable and always maintaining a positive attitude. A first-generation college student at the University of Houston, Myra is pursuing a Bachelor's of Arts degree in Human Development and Family Studies, which she plans to complete in 2023 or 2024. Her career goal is to become a child life specialist. Our next recipient is Rania Ebusharib. When she was 10, Rania's father was first diagnosed with a head and neck cancer, and after a months-long battle, he was able to beat the cancer. This spring, her father's cancer returned, and he ultimately succumbed to the disease. Rania's father has inspired her to be there for her and others, and to show her love to her family, words as well through her actions. Strengthened by her father's support and encouragement, Rania is now following her lifelong dream to become a nurse. Her high school years have been marked by high achievement, including participation in Future Business Leaders of America, Student Council, the speech and debate team, and membership in the National Honor Society. Her teachers remember her as an outgoing, creative, and resourceful, and a person with a great sense of humor who can diffuse stressful situations. Rania has plans to attend Sam Houston State University, where she will work toward a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing. And she is also looking to volunteer with oncology patients, showing them love and support as they go through tough times. She plans to complete her studies in 2025. Ron Williams is our next recipient. When his mother was diagnosed with lung cancer in late 2020, Ron began doing everything he could to help his family and make the most of his painful situation. He changed his college plans from attending school in Colorado to going to college in Texas. He also had to start working multiple jobs, working in construction, roofing, and painting whenever he could to bring in as much money as possible. He hopes the money he brings in will not only help him stay debt-free while attending college, but will also help relieve his family's financial strain from medical bills. Though his mother's cancer is a new development, Ron is no stranger to hard work. Having served as an apprentice blacksmith, volunteered at the Scarborough Renaissance Festival, and machined parts that went into space through an internship with NASA. He also was a competitive gymnast before an injury led him to switch to coaching, and he performs on the Dallas Mavericks performance dunk team. His boss touted his boundless energy and said he accomplishes every task with spirit and drive and never shirks his responsibilities, but instead pushes further to achieve a higher level of quality and satisfaction. Ron will attend the University of Texas at Dallas, where he plans to study psychology. He hopes to graduate in 2025. And we have one last recipient, Yusra Muhammad. When she was born, Yusra's mother developed postpartum cardiomyopathy, leaving her with a weakened heart. Over the ensuing years, this led to continuous health problems. And when Yusra was 10, her mother developed a pulmonary embolism, resulting in 2 heart attacks and eventually a brain injury. Through all her mother's trials, Yusra has been by her side, giving care and help as best as she could, including bathing her, administering medication, and checking her vitals. Her challenges also inspired her to volunteer at her local food bank and hospital, comforting and helping those suffering from medical traumas. Her teachers call her passionate, empathetic, and kind. In high school, she played softball and was a member of the National Honor Society, among other activities and achievements. As a college student, she has devoted time to Troy Camp, where she was given the opportunity to virtually mentor students at the Los Angeles Unified School District, helping them manage their emotions while living through the coronavirus pandemic. Yusra attends the University of Southern California, where she is pursuing a Bachelor's of Science degree in neuroscience, with plans to graduate in 2024. Congratulations to all the recipients.
Congratulations, everyone. Good job.
I want to congratulate everyone. Your stories are very inspiring, and we're grateful for how hard you are working to do great things in your life, and we want to support you in that effort. So you guys are amazing, and we're happy to be part of your journey. So it's time to get a photo. So Raven, tell us what we're doing.
All right, guys. So first, we're going to take a picture with the board and all of our recipients. So if you are not a board member or a recipient, just turn your video off while we take a group photo really quickly. All right, looks like we got everyone. Oh, and yes, please turn your cameras on if you don't already have them on. All right, guys, smile nice and big.
I think we need to turn off the presentation real quick.
Oh, I have it on the big
Okay,
screen.
sounds great.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Okay, and let's get one with just the recipient. So if the board members could just turn their cameras off really quickly. I'm gonna turn mine off as well. Okay, smile real nice and big. Very nice. All right. Gotcha. All right, passing it back to you, Dave.
All right, just restarting my camera there. You know, each of you that are the recipients of these scholarship awards from the You First Foundation have had to overcome tremendous things in your life. And it's caused you probably to have to grow up in ways that you never imagined before all of that happened in your and your family's lives. But we want to be your partner and walk with you on your journey to achieving even greater things. We know you can do it. We know you can succeed in marvelous and fantastic ways. And we want the very, very best for each of you. And so we wish you a happy and successful school year, and say again, thank you for who you are and congratulations on receiving this scholarship award. Yes, that deserves a clap. Well, we would love to hear from anyone who would like to say anything. This has been a big presentation so that you could learn about one another. But if any of you want to take a moment and say something, we would love for you to talk to us a little bit.
Is it okay if I speak?
Yes, please, Hannah.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, first off, I must say thank you so much for this opportunity. I am so honored to receive this scholarship. And I would not be here if it weren't for my mom, who like you said, she was my aunt, but she's my mom at heart. And I would not be here without every single bit of effort that she's put in me. And I am very grateful to be here today. Thank you so much.
I'll just jump in real fast. Of course, like Hannah said, I can't express my gratitude. This scholarship will allow me to attend college without having to work on the side to earn money and allow me to focus on my studies. I just wanted to say as well, I hope that I, along with all of us, are able to honor the memory of Wendy. And I just wanted to commend you guys who work at the You First Foundation for turning such a tragedy and the loss of a young mother into something that helps people who have gone through traumatic medical events in their lives. You know, there certainly are plenty of people here, unfortunately, who have experienced trauma in their lives. And it's just such a noble effort to honor Wendy's memory, to help us excel in school. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that we're able to honor Wendy's memory in our studies.
Thank you. Landon, I'm excited about you going to welding school. I know how to weld. I love to do woodworking as a very serious hobby on the side. Talk to us a little bit about your experience and looking forward to welding school.
My experience with welding, I've been welding for, let's say, three to 4 years now. My grandfather was my welding teacher, so I've learned everything I know from him. I'm actually currently top of my class at Tulsa at the moment.
That's great.
Thank you. And basically what I'm trying to do here with welding is I'm trying to teach young high schoolers and just other people that there's a lot more fun things to do, that they don't have to go to college for business or accounting or anything like that, that they can simply go to school to do what they want.
I agree.
Thank you.
And you'll notice, I mean, we're supporting everyone from a trade school to a PhD in this group. And what is important to us is that you pursue your passion and that you do great things in the world, whatever that is. Catherine, if I'm not mistaken, you've been a recipient before, or maybe I am mistaken, but we're grateful for you as well. Share with us a little bit from your heart.
Well, thank you all so much. Everyone said such beautiful thank yous. And so I would echo all of that, and certainly about honoring the memory. This is such a tremendous help to me and to my family as we carry forward. And I'm really excited. I start my major research classes this year. And so really hoping to make some big changes in the way that we serve child trafficking survivors. Frequently, they are not heard well. And so my volunteer work has given me the opportunity to walk alongside some survivors and helped me learn a few things. And so I'm hoping that my research can further some of the ideas I have about how we can increase the success rate of the treatment programs that are available. So I'm already working with a couple of programs, and I just really appreciate this opportunity. It allows me to really focus on that research instead of picking up a second job so I can pay for college for two people. So thank you so much.
That's lovely. That's lovely. Well, anyone before we close, anyone else have anything they want to share? We appreciate hearing from you. We spend a lot of time reviewing your applications, and it's very inspiring.
I would just like to say thank you so much for this scholarship. It is an honor to receive a scholarship from the First Foundation, and I love to tell other people about the work that the First Foundation has done. I think this is an amazing organization, and I love to spread the word of y'all. I think y'all are amazing, and I am so grateful, and I'm so excited to start this next semester.
Thanks, Alexandra. Well, I have to say, Kellyanne, I'm totally inspired by you being second in your class, and nothing is standing in your way. I'm so impressed with you and hope you have an amazing time in college.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
We're very grateful to help.
I also want to say thank you for all your help. This is my first real scholarship, so I'm really excited. I never won a scholarship in high school, even though I was a top student. So it means a lot to me to be the first one in my family and to do a big difference in the world. Thank you so much.
I love it, Myra. Go get them. That's great. You can do it.
Thank you.
Thrilling. Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you all so very much. Go and do great things. Good night, everyone.
Have a great school year, everyone.
Bye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Bye.